Alright guys, me and Rakyn are here today to talk to you about the thunen model. The thunen model is a 5-layer, ring-based model created to show the distribution of products outside of the city. It is made by Heinrich von Thunen. In the first layer of the thunen model, you have the central city. This is where most of the people live in the thunen model, and relatively, most of the money is spent and made there. Much of the products outside of the city are transported into here so the people inside can use the goods.
Many of the people, or many of the products that are made throughout the whole model are sent and transported and shipped to the central city. This is where the main trade markets are, and everything that comes into the city and everything that's manufactured throughout the whole thing is sold here, transported out of here to other places, and kept here, like dairy goods, timber, livestock, everything as of that stays in the central city once it's 100% complete and ready for trade.
And the second layer of the thunen model, we have dairy and perishable good items. What you would think if you heard about this model is gardening stuff like cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes, some fruits like grapes and berries and stuff like that. It is kept here because it is perishable, and if you don't keep it refrigerated and close to the city, it will go bad or spoil and sour.
The dairy goods and all of the fruits that need to be kept refrigerated, like oranges, apples, cherries, all the vegetables that you grow in gardens are kept right here in the fruits and dairies layer. Like the dairy cows that are the milk and cheese and everything is harvested from are kept here. Everything is grown up here, and like the gardens are grown here, and once they're ready for selling, they go straight to the central city. And if they're not refrigerated or they're not kept like how they need to be, they'll spoil before they get there. That's why they're the closest thing to the central city, because they're the most valuable and the hardest thing to be kept
safe.
Yeah.
In the third layer of the thunen model, you have forest. Forests are here because of the heavy transportation cost. The cost of transportation are very expensive because timber is very heavy and you can't transport many trees at the same time. Most people would think you could transport a good bit, but you can only transport about 5 to 10 trees at a time. It isn't a perishable, but with the heavy transportation cost, you need to keep it close, because if you get further out, then the transportation costs will outweigh the profit.
It'll just be useless.
Mm-hmm. And then in the fourth layer of the thunen model, we have grains, such as wheat and barley and oats. You keep these here because they are not perishable, or as perishable as other items that are closer, and the transportation cost is quite light. It is cheaper to transport these goods because you can keep them in impact and stuff like that. In the fourth layer, or the fifth layer of the thunen model, we have livestock. This is where animals such as cows, chickens, sheep, goats, horses are kept. They are kept here because you can walk them to market if you were trying to sell them, and they need plenty of land so they can roam and graze off the wheat and barley and oats of the fourth layer of the thunen model.
They're kept the farthest out because like Tyler said, they need to be able to roam, and transportation cost is almost minimal because, see the animals, transportation cost is almost minimal because all you have to do is walk them straight through the whole model, get them to Central City, because you don't need to put them on trucks or anything like that. Also, like Tyler said, they need to have plenty of space to roam. That's why they're in the last model, or the last ring of the model. And then they have plenty of space to roam so that they don't get sick or anything like that. And they're kept right next to the fourth layer, which is where the wheat and barley and oats are grown, so they can feed off of it and stay healthy and get big, so that whenever it's time to sell them, that they're like easily sold, like straight off
profit. We want to thank you for watching this video, and Mr. Painter, please give us an A.